Football under the lights always feels a bit special, doesn't it? Tonight, on this Tuesday, the 10th of February 2026, all eyes will be on the capital. The magnificent London Stadium is the venue for what promises to be a fascinating clash. West Ham United are set to host a resurgent Manchester United. It's a classic fixture, rich with history and often packed with drama. These are two clubs with very different stories to tell this season, but both come into this game with a renewed sense of purpose. The atmosphere in East London will be absolutely electric, as it always is for a big game like this one. The tale of the tape presents a compelling contrast. On one side, you have a West Ham team fighting tooth and nail to climb away from the relegation zone. On the other, a Manchester United side that has found a new lease of life and is chasing a top four spot. Historically, this has been a tricky fixture for United. In fact, West Ham have had the better of them in recent league meetings, winning 4 of the last 6. They've also won their last 3 home games against the Red Devils, making the London Stadium something of a fortress for this specific encounter. However, football is all about the here and now. Past results can give you confidence, but they don't win you points on the night. Manchester United are travelling south in their best form of the season, a stark contrast to their earlier struggles. West Ham, meanwhile, have finally managed to stop the rot after a dreadful run of results. This sets the stage perfectly for a proper battle. Will the Hammers' recent home dominance over United continue, or will the visitors' blistering form prove too much to handle? It's a question that makes this match simply unmissable. This game is more than just 3 points, it's a test of momentum and mentality. For West Ham, it's a chance to prove their recent upturn is the real deal and to take a giant leap towards safety. For Manchester United, it's an opportunity to solidify their Champions League ambitions and show that they are truly back in business. With both teams desperate for a victory for very different reasons, we can expect a high-stakes, high-intensity 90 minutes. The stage is set, the players are ready, and we're all waiting to see which team will seize the moment. It's been a tough old season for the Irons. For a long time, it seemed like nothing was going their way. They endured a miserable 10-game winless streak that saw them slide down the table into the perilous relegation zone. Manager Nuno Espirito Santo was under immense pressure as his team struggled to find any sort of rhythm or confidence. At home, where teams usually build their foundation for survival, they had only managed to pick up a measly 10 points from a possible 36. The mood around the club was understandably grim, and the fans were desperate for a spark. But in football, fortunes can change in the blink of an eye. Just when it looked like they were in a free-fall, West Ham have found their footing. They have now won 3 of their last 4 games, a run that has injected a massive dose of belief back into the squad. This resurgence has lifted them to 18th place, still in the danger zone, but with a real fighting chance of survival. The recent results have shown a grit and determination that was sorely lacking during their long winless spell. The players are fighting for every ball, and the fans are responding to that renewed effort. A huge part of this recent success came last Saturday against Burnley. Their 2-0 victory wasn't just about the 3 points, it was about the clean sheet. Remarkably, it was their first in 21 league games and the very first under Nuno's management. A solid defence is the bedrock of any successful team, and this was a massive psychological boost. The manager made some key changes for that game, handing a debut to on-loan Chelsea defender Axel Disasi, who brought some much-needed composure to the backline. It was a bold move that paid off handsomely. Alongside the new defender, goalkeeper Mads Hermansson was recalled to the starting lineup and put in an assured performance. Suddenly the defence looks more organised and resilient. At the other end of the pitch, winger Crysencio Somerville is in the form of his life. The Flying Dutchman has now scored in 5 consecutive games in all competitions. He's the first West Ham player to achieve that feat since Jesse Lingard did back in 2021. With a defence that's finally looking solid and a forward in red-hot form, West Ham will believe they can cause an upset tonight. Over at Old Trafford, the story has been one of a dramatic turnaround. After a turbulent period, Manchester United have rediscovered their winning touch under the guidance of interim manager Michael Carrick. The club legend has stepped into the hot seat and has had a transformative effect on the team. He has steadied the ship and got the players performing with a confidence we haven't seen for much of the season. The results speak for themselves. United are currently riding a fantastic 4-game winning streak in the Premier League, a run that has propelled them into 4th place in the table. This winning sequence is the club's best in the league since a similar run under Erik ten Hag back in February 2024. If they manage to win at the London Stadium tonight, it will be 5 in a row in a single season for the first time since the winter of 2022-23. The Red Devils are just 3 points behind third-placed Aston Villa and are firmly back in the hunt for a Champions League spot. The change in atmosphere around the club is palpable. They look organised, energetic, and, most importantly, they look like a team that knows how to win football matches again. Carrick's impact has been clear at both ends of the pitch. In the 4 games he has been in charge, his team has scored an impressive 10 goals, playing with a renewed attacking flair. Perhaps even more significantly, they have kept 2 clean sheets in that short period. To put that into perspective, that's the same number of clean sheets they had managed in their previous 23 games combined. The return of key defenders has been crucial. Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez, who started together for the first time in a year in Carrick's first match, have formed a formidable partnership once more. Harry Maguire, in particular, has been a colossus since his return from injury. Statistically, he boasts the highest dual win percentage of any player in the league at a staggering 81.5%. That kind of defensive dominance gives the entire team a platform to build from. With a solid base and an attack that is firing on all cylinders, Manchester United are looking like a formidable outfit once again. They will travel to London full of confidence, believing they can overcome their poor recent record at West Ham and continue their impressive march up the table. So, what can we expect when these two teams collide? It's a classic case of an unstoppable force meeting a somewhat movable object that has recently decided to stand firm. Manchester United arrive in the capital as one of the league's most informed teams. Their winning streak has been built on defensive solidity and clinical finishing. Michael Carrick has them playing with a structure and belief that was absent before his arrival. Players are stepping up and taking responsibility, and the results are there for everyone to see. They look like the Manchester United of old. However, they will be wary of their opponents and their own recent history in this part of London. West Ham have made the London Stadium a house of horrors for Manchester United in recent seasons, winning the last 3 encounters there. They seem to raise their game for this fixture, and their fans create an intimidating atmosphere. Furthermore, United have a surprisingly poor record in midweek away games, having won just 1 of their last 9 and losing 5. This could be a significant mental hurdle for them to overcome, especially against a fired-up West Ham side. The Hammers are a team reborn in the last few weeks. Their fight for survival has ignited a new spirit within the squad. Nuno Espirito Santo's defensive tweaks, bringing in Axel Disasi and restoring Mads Hermansen, have paid immediate dividends with that long-awaited clean sheet. In Crescencio Somerville, they have a player who is scoring for fun and can produce a moment of magic out of nothing. They are no longer the fragile, confident shot team of a month ago. They are organised, resilient, and they carry a genuine threat on the counter-attack. Ultimately, this match will be decided by which team can impose its will on the other. Will West Ham's newfound defensive resolve and their incredible home record against United be enough to halt the Carrick Express? Or will Manchester United's superior quality and red-hot momentum prove too strong, allowing them to break their London Stadium curse and claim a 5th consecutive victory? It's a fascinating tactical battle and a true test of character for both sides. Whatever happens, it's set up to be a cracker. Don't take your eyes off it.